So in this particular video, I would be talking about the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So this is the another video of our video series, Mastermind for Dummies. So what is that? Patanjali is speaking about the yoga. As we already know, the yoga is not about stretching body in some certain way. It's not just about that. Why we are doing that is to unite our own self with the total absolute. So in that Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the Patanjali Maharshi is describing that in a very perfect way. So let's see what and all he is speaking about in his particular book called Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So it begins in this way: Atha Yoga Nushasanam. Let's Atha Yoga Nushasanam. Then we are speaking about Yoga Anushasana, means the science of yoga. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha means the yoga is the stopping of chitta related processes. What is that stopping us from seeing reality? Is because we have certain kind of ideologies or certain kind of symbols that we think about or that we have thought about, which is real, and that is being conditioned us to see in that certain way, which prevents us from seeing the reality. So in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he is saying in second stanza, yoga is the stopping of chitta, which means that mind related activities. Once we stop the mind related activities, we will be able to see the reality as such. Tata dushtaha swarupe vasthanam. Tata drushtaha. Drushta means the viewer. Tata drushtaha swarupe vasthanam means the one who stops the activities related to mind will get established in his own self. Vritti sarupyam itaratraha means other times, for example, when we are driving, when we are eating, when we are sleeping, when we are walking, those times actually the one who is witnessing is sitting in that particular activity. So we have to understand that when we are trying to do something, we are actually getting established into that particular activity. unconsciously, not consciously. If you are getting established in those activity consciously means you are alert, but unconsciously we are doing those kind of activity. So when we stop, or the other times the one who is witnessing is being established in other activities. Vrittayah panchatayaka klishta aklishtaha. The activities is been divided into two, which is klishta and aklishta. And this has 5 different branches. So which is klishta and aklishta, that has 5 different branches. The 5 different branches of the activity, or the 5 different activities are like this: pramanam, viparyayam, vikalpam, nidra, smriti, which means that pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smritayaha. These 5 activities is like this: pramanam, viparyayam, vikalpam, nidra, smriti. So let's see what is this. I mean, when we are not established into the self, we will be in other activities. Those activities can be classified into 5, which is klishta and aklishta. That can be again further classified into 5, that is pramanam, viparyayam, vikalpam, nidra, smriti. So let's go to the next one. Pratyakshanumanaagamaha pramanani. The pratyaksha has 3 different classification, which is again, that is pratyaksham, anumanam and agamam. So the pramanam has 3 different division, which is pratyaksham, anumanam and agamam. So viparyayo mithya jnanam atadrupa pradishtam. So when we are analyzing the nirvana shaktam, we saw there are 2 kind of vidyas. One is vidya and avidya. So pratyakshanumanaagamaha pramanani. Viparyayo mithya jnanam atadrupa pradishtam. This is avidya. If you are concluding something like, for example, there is a classical example which is being always said in Advaita Vedanta, that is like seeing the rope as a snake. So you identified this is avidya, or you identified the rope as a snake. So according to you, there is no rope, there is only snake. So somebody who knows it's a rope, he know the correct jnana, that is, which is, it is a rope. So that is called viparyayo mithya jnanam atadrupa pradishtam. Shabda jnananupadi vastu shunyo vikalpam, which is like shabda jnananupadi vastu shunyo vikalpam. For example, you been heard about something which is like that and that is like this, and you made an image of that particular thing based on what you heard. So what happens? It may not be true. So that kind of knowledge is called vikalpaha. So shabda jnananupadi vastu shunyo vikalpam. So that kind of knowledge is known as vikalpam. Abhava pratyalambanam vrittir nidra. Without the knowledge of anything, you can do one job. That is called nidra, means that is called sleep. So without the knowledge of anything, you can sleep. So that is called nidra. That activity is called nidra. So that is says in this way: abhava pratyalambanam vrittir nidra. Anubhuta vishayasam pramokshaha smriti. Smriti is means anubhuta vishaya sampramokshaha smriti. It is because you see something. For example, you see a color red. So what is that making you to think that what you are seeing is red? It's because previously in your life you've been heard that this is called red. That is why you are assuming what you are seeing now is also red. So that is called smriti. You are making sense of something based on the knowledge which you already have. So this is called smriti. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. With the abhyasam, with the activity and vairagya. Vairagya means not getting attached to anything, like for example your house or home or car or spouse or women or money, without any attachment, and with the help of work, in the sense practice, with the help of practice and vairagya, you could stop this kind of vritti. Tatra sthithau yaknobhyasaha. Tatra sthithau yaknobhyasaha. If you are working towards to establish or to get the tranquility in your own self, if you are working to get the tranquility in your own self, then it can be called as abhyasa. Tatra sthaudho yaknobhyasaha. Satu dirgha kala nairandarya satkara sevido druda bhumi. Which means that satau dirgha kala nairandarya satkara sevido druda bhumi. If you are practicing to get established in the self in a long time, it will become like a solid rock, like it will get established. Drudhanusravi vishaya vitrukshnasya vasihakara samnya vairagyam. Drushtanusravika vishaya vitrukshnasya vasikara samnya vairagyam. Drushtanusravika vishaya, whatever you heard or seen. Drushtanusravika vishaya vitrukshnasya, not getting whatever you've been heard or listened, in which if you are not getting any interest anymore. Vashikara Sapnya Vairagyam. It's a practice of actually training the mind not to get interest into whatever you've been already heard. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is actually giving an example of the self which is being dragged by the 5 horses. So this 5 horses is the 5 senses. So whatever these things are making sense to you, that is whatever that called as you. And if you are not getting interested into all these things anymore, and you are training your mind in that particular way not to get interest into all these things anymore, then it so vitarka vicharananda smita rupanukamat samprajnataha विराम प्रत्यय अभ्यास पूर्वक संस्कार शेषोन्यः. This is called virama pratyabhyasa purvaha samskara sheshonyah. What does that mean? Virama pratyabhyasa purvaka. If you practice the virama and pratyaya, samskara sheshonyaha. If you practice virama and pratyaya, wherever the remaining mind which is staying just an ashes, there is no more mind, it's just ashes. The mind is staying, remaining as just an ashes. If you practice virama and pratyaya, then it is called samprajna. That is called asamprajnata samadhi. Bhava pratyayo videha prakrti layanam. Bhava pratyayo videha prakrti layanam. So this is one way to reach the asamprajnata samadhi, and there are cases in which without any such activities, without doing virama or pratyaya, if someone is able to get into samprajnata samadhi, asamprajnata samadhi, then that also possible. That is called bhava pratyayamam. Bhava pratyayamam. Shraddha vidya smriti samadhi prajna purvaka itereshya. So there are some possibilities are saying Shraddha Vidyam Smriti Samadhi Prajna. So if you practice all this like Shraddha, Vidyam, Smriti, Samadhi, Prajna, if you practice, that is called Abhyasa, if you practice these quality, anybody can reach the yogic experience. So the yogic experience itself is an experience. For example, if you fall from the top of a building and you are not died, and here you are experiencing the intense experience of death. So what happens if you are capable to experience something like that, that will actually transcend all the blockages which mind can give you. So this experience, this particular experience, where there is no mind, no intellect or anything, this is called yoga experience, yogic experience. And if you practice Shraddha, Vidyam, Smriti, Samadhi, Prajna, you could actually reach that particular state of existence. So this is actually called the reality, where there is no partiality, there is no symbols, there is no body or anything, there is nothing. So this is the experience which is actually we are gaining from the yogic process. Is like, it's reality. It's the experience which we couldn't able to explain in words, but this is an experience itself. So this is the yogic experience, like there is no mind, and that's why it's an experience. And if you are capable to take this particular experience into your real life and everyday life, then that can be called as yoga vidya. Somebody who is capable to do this particular way of living will be able to do many things which is actually not possible with the limitations of the mind. Tivra samveganam asannaha. If you practice all these things, Shraddha, Vidyam, Smriti and Samadhi, Prajna, very faithfully, and giving yourself to only to achieve this particular thing, then you will attain a kind of samadhi that is called asamprajnata samadhi or nirbij samadhi. Mrudu madhyadi mada tvat tatophi visheshaha. So mrudu madhyadi mata tvat tatopi visheshaha. So this is different types of sadhakas in this particular stanza. The Patanjali Maharshi is talking about different kind of sadhakas like manda, madhya, ucha. This is the three classifications of sadhakas, like how dedicated they are to attain the yogic samadhi. Those is manda, madhya, ucha, like slower, middle and the faster. So they will take more time than that of the sadhakas which we have already said. So that is evident. Ishvara pranidhanat va. Here Bhakti is saying, like we already saw, that is in Narada Bhakti Sutra. So if you have established in the Bhakti, then also you could attain the Samadhi. Klesha karma vipakashayaraya parama mrushtaha purusha vishesha ishvaraha. So the God or the Ishvara or the divine, that has nothing to do with klesha, karma, vipakam, ashayam. He has nothing to do with whatever the suffering, whatever the karma, or whatever the partiality, or whatever the ideas you are carrying. He has nothing to do with all this. If you imagine God is like that, God is like this, God is like those, like many people says if you do in some certain ways you will reach heaven or hell or things like that. So God has nothing to do with that. Patanjali is saying, Tatra niradishayam sarvajnatva bijam. Tatra niradishayam sarvajnatva bijam. Sarvajnatva, the ability to know everything. Sarvajnatva, you know everything. So, Tatra niradishayam sarvajnatva bijam. In God or the Ishvara, the seed of universal knowledge is residing. Tatra niradishayam sarvajnatva bijam. Sapurvesham api guruha kalanana vachedat. Sapurvesham api guruha kalanana vachedat. The divine is not bounded with the time. Because of that reason, the divinity is the teacher for everything and everyone. Tasya vachaka pranavaha. Om, the sound. The name of that God is Tasya Vachaha Pranavaha. It is Pranava. That's sound Om. Tajapastha Dartha Bhavanam. If you are Tajapastha Dartha Bhavanam. If you are chanting the Om and imagining the Om, that alone will take you to Siddhi. So there are certain states when you are heading towards the Samadhi. The first state is like you will possess Siddhis. The Siddhis is like the ability to see through. You know, you will be capable to see through and you will be capable to predict as well, and you can, there are 8 Ashtasiddhis is been said, which is like you can become Ashtasiddhis, you can become as big as the universe, you can become as small as the atom. So like that there are Ashtasiddhis is been said. So that is Siddhi. Tataha pratyak chetanati gamofa Pyantaraya Bhavacha. Because of that, the chanting and imagination of the Om, you will attain the self-realization and you will get released from all the kind of blockages. Vyatistha na samshaya pramada lasya virati frandita shana labdha phumikatvana vastitatyani chitta vikshe pasthavya andrayaha. The blockages are said like this: Vyadhi, tamas, samshayam. Vyadhi, tamas, doubt. Vyadhi means diseases. Tamas is the darkness. And doubt. Vyadhisthana samshaya. Samshaya is the doubt. Pramadalasya virati frandita. Samshaya pramadalasya. Pramada, that means unconsciousness. And alasya. Alasya is the laziness. Avirati, not having the vairagya. Understand that when you are having the vairagya, doesn't mean that you are sitting somewhere and leaving everything. It's also living with vairagya. So that is when it is become complete. Like avirati, Franti Darshanam. Like Franti Darshanam means sometime suddenly gods will come in front of you. Like Krishna will come in front of you. Jesus may come in front of you. Allah may come in front of you. It's Darshanam. Darshanam means you are seeing something that may not be true. So that is called Franti Darshanam. And not having any kind of experience. So the problem with the vairagya is that sometime if you are having the vairagya, you may fall into a kind of darkness that is called the Vishada, the disease that is in neo-psychology is saying. So that is also a problem. So that those also will be taken away. And even if you are having experience, it is not being established, that you are not capable to get the experience forever. It's like orgasmic continuum. You are not capable to get that continuum. Then that is also a problem. So all these problems will be taken out. So these are called the Vignas. So if you are able to chant the Om and imagine Om, all these problems will be taken out. Dukha daurmanna Syanga mejayatva shwasa prashasa vikshepa sakaphuvaha. So also dukkha. Dukkha means the sadness, nirasha. You lost something and you are thinking about, oh, I lost that. Then body is shaking. And the breathing which is not controlled. All these five also belongs to this Vignas also. Tat pradishethartham ekatattva bhyasaha. To remove all this Vigna, you have to do ekatattva abhyasa. Om is an ekatattva abhyasa. So to reach the Om, you could actually focus your mind in something. For example, you can focus your mind in a human, that in a guru who has the manifestation of the God himself in a human form. You could focus your mind into that, or you could actually focus into any kind of object, like for example mandalas, things like that. You could actually focus your mind into any kind of object, objects like that. That is called ekatattva abhyasa. Maitri karuna mudito pechanam sukha dukkha punya vishayanam bhavana taschida prasadanam. So sukhi dukhi punyatmavu Sukhi, Maitri, Karuna, Mudite Topashnam, Sukha Dukkha Punya Vishayana, Bhavanas Chida Prasadhanam. Like Sukhi means somebody who is actually interested into pleasure. Dukhi, who is always having the sadness. Punyatma, somebody who is actually done some good deeds in his past life, and he has become the Punyatma. He is actually always spreading the joy of the doing good things. And Papi, who has done some kind of wrong deed, not the bad deed, wrong deeds, like killing people, destroying somebody else's wealth, or sleeping with somebody else's wife, or taking their whatever they have. That is called Papi. These four peoples, you have to do Maitri, Sukhi. Like to Sukhi, you have to do Maitri. To Dukhi, you have to do Karuna. Sukhi, you have to do Maitri. Maitri means you have to make friendship with the Sukhi. Dukhi, somebody who is actually having problems, sadness, you have to show Karuna. Karuna means you have to do the Karuna. Punyatma, when you see the Punyatma, you have to become happy. And the Papi, you have to leave him. Like you have to left him alone. So if you are capable to do these 4 qualities to these 4 people, then you will get Chitta Shuddhi. Your mind will become pure. Pracharthana vitharanabhyam va pranasya. Or else do deep breathing here and there. Vishayavadi va pravurtirinalpa manasaha sthiti nibandhani. Vishayavadi va pravurtirulpanna manasaha sthiti nibandhani. Or else, if you are getting experiences like divine smell, divine sound, like that also helps you to get established in your mind. Visheka va jyotishasmi. Or else Vishoka va jyotishasti. Jyotishmasti. Jyotishmati. Vishoka va jyotishmati. Or else, if you free your mind from the shoga, the sadness and happiness, then also you will get established in your mind. Vidaraga vishayam va chittam. Or else you can establish your mind into somebody, some gurus. So that also will help you to get established in your mind. Swapna nidra jnana lambanam va. Or else Swapna nidra jnana lambanam va. Or else if you establish your mind into the experiences that you are getting on your dreams. Like earlier mystics, those who actually keeps a dream diary, those who like to improve their psychic self, they will keep some kind of dream diary. Whenever you walk up, they just write down whatever the dreams they have seen in the previous night. So this is actually recalling the dream state into your established state. So if you can establish your mind into the dream state, that also will help you to get to established in your mind. Yadafi madadhyanat va. If or whatever the murtis, if you yathafi matadhyanat va, for example, somebody likes goddess Kali, somebody likes Vishnu, somebody likes Shiva. If you can establish yourself into any kind of deities like this also will help you to establish your mind. Paramanu paramamahatantyosya vashikaraha. The establishing in the mind is actually spreaded across the smallest one to the largest one. Like the smallest one is the Paramanu, which is the atom. The Paramanu from the atom to, like, we have further divided it into quarks and many other things. If you can that the establishing in the mind is actually spread across to the smallest one to the largest one, as large as the universe. क्षीणवृत्तेरभिधा उस्यो क्षीणवृत्तेरभिजातस्येव मणेर्ग्रहीतृग्रहणग्राहेषु तस्थत तदज्ञन तमा समाप्तिः. After the practice in the mind which is constantly practicing, which is like the mirror, will be get established into the one which is been actually reflecting. Like for example, the mirror will reflect whatever it is actually falling into that, like the light which is falling into the mirror. So if we see, we can't actually differentiate between the mirror and the one which is actually reflecting on that particular mirror. So if you practice all this, you will become like a mirror which cannot be differentiated from the one which is getting fold into that. So this particular state is known as samprajnata samadhi. Samprajnata samadhi. Tatra shabdhartha jnana vikalpaiha samkirna savitarka samaptiha. In that, the meaning, sound, knowledge, in that vikalpa, the synchronicity of the sound, meaning and the knowledge, this is called, because of these things, this thing is it's become because of these things it is become like it's become like a chaos. It is become like a chaotic thing. All these things will make a chaotic state out of this particular thing, and also the same time it has no non-chaotic state. It's like a chaotic state, the same time it is non-chaotic state. So it's just opposite. See, you have to see the middle thing. This is and this is that, but it is not that. So it is a chaotic state and it is not a chaotic state. So that is, it is called tatra shabdhartha jnana vikalpaika sankirna savitarko samaptiha. It has become so much of chaotic and it has become non-chaotic also, because of the knowledge, sound and meaning. Smriti parishuddhau swarupa shunye vartha matra nirbhasa nirvitarka. So shabdadi pratiti. So after this chaotic state is being removed, or through this self realization, you become a mirror that will only reflect the one which is already there. So this is called nirvitarka samadhi. There is no quarreling. etayava savichara nirvichara cha sukshma vishaya bhakyata